Awesome. Welcome today. Just going to do 10 easy poses. It shouldn't take us too long to get through them, but they're 10 really simple, fairly simple basic poses. Even in practicing yoga, even the basic practices can sometimes be challenging if you are doing them correctly and continuing to try to get better at them and get better at your practice. So here we go. We're going to start with, again, 10 pretty basic ones. The first one is Mountain Tadasana. So at this, you're going to be grounded in the feet. You're going to keep them pretty close together. And you're going to roll the shoulders down. Palms are going to be facing forward in the room and open. Again, we always start to kind of a humble position. You're just opening up to whatever you're here for. Think about your purpose today. Think about what it is you give the glory to, how your day has been. I kind of think of this as a great worship position for those of you who love Jesus as much as I do. So just think about, I'm all yours. I'm here, and I'm going to take just a few minutes to worship you and take care of myself. Be still and be quiet so I can hear you. And that's kind of where I go right here. Just find this place, find your breath, and relax. For these breaths, feel free to make them audible. Good deep breath, inhale through the nose, and then through the exhale, you want to feel a little bit in the back of your throat. So don't be afraid if it makes noise. Alright, hopefully you set your purpose for your practice today. We're going to go from here to chair. I am going to turn on my mat so you can see it. But ideally from the same position, you're still grounded in the feet, grounded into that earth. Yeah, I'm going to turn just a little. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and take my arms up overhead without knocking my arms out from this bar. And I'm going to sink back into my chair. So I'm sinking down into the hips. I'm making sure they stay tucked. And I can bring my hands down to heart center. So again, keep your weight evenly distributed in your feet. Keep that tailbone tucked. Keep your belly in tight. So you want to take your belly back to your spine. Keep all this relaxed down. And just sit here in your chair for a minute. You can go a little deeper, go for it. If you're taller, that's okay too. So if you think about keeping those thighs kind of tight and your knees turned towards each other, that's going to help as well. And keeping everything grounded through the feet. Again, tail tucked. Couple more breaths here. Alright, from here we're going to go on down to the mat. So we're going to find our child's pose. So you can find your table, drop to all fours, place your hands down on the mat solid, tuck your toes, and you're going to really just kind of from a tabletop, push those hips back towards your heels. And I'm going to reach my fingertips forward on this one. So wherever you're at, again, pushing those hips back and sinking your chest to the top of your legs. And relax into this one. Try to let all that tension in your ears and your shoulders and your neck, try to just let that just melt away.
this one is a very worship position, very humbling position. Another great place to just relax and give it all up, you know, just let it all go.
Alright, and from here we're going to come on up from our child pose to our down dog. So come on up to your tabletop, flip those toes underneath, push through your hands, and you're kind of push down into the mat through your hands, and you're going to use your knees and your core to lift up, push your hips back and up. So if you need to pedal your feet right here, go ahead and do that. In the perfect position, you're going to go ahead and push those heels back to the mat. But again, if you have tight hamstrings, that's a challenge. It's something you'll be working on for a while. So my fingers are wide. They're kind of pointing a little bit out from the mat. They're not straight on lengthwise with mat. Kind of going out towards the side. And then if you feel real tight in your shoulders, think about rolling your elbows out. So that should pull your shoulders down. Just keep pushing the tailbone up to the ceiling. All right, one more good breath. When you come out of this, you're going to take your left foot forward. Bring it between your hands, because you're going to come up to warrior two. So you're going to go past your warrior one and into your warrior two. So you'll see that you be careful with this front knee. It's not going over your toes. You can't see that in the video. This back leg's going to be long and strong. So kind of settle into your hips right here. You don't want to be all kinds of cockeyed and awkward. You want those nice and square, and make sure your legs are holding up strong. And again, lift your arms and straighten out. Pretend there's two panes of glass right here. It should be one flat surface. And your gaze can just go over those front fingers. Every now and then I like to kind of check and make sure I'm pretty level or even. Again, if I feel my shoulders rising, I'll just kind of flip them and then bring them back over. That's the way I kind of check sometimes. All right. Couple good breaths here. As you exhale, you can sometimes sink a little deeper into it. So just be aware to get ready to get deeper into that stretch. Always be pushing for that good deep stretch. All right, so from here you can go to triangle. So you can straighten that leg as you kind of bring your hips on over. You're ready for a twist. And from here you can just look straight up. Your hand might come to your shins, might go to a block, might go to the floor. And then from here you can also go ahead and swoop this arm down and lift this arm, your left arm up to the sky. This one I'm sure you're feeling the burning in the back of your hamstrings. Pretty normal, it's part of it. So just make sure you're protecting that and you've got good form there. And if you're not here, that's okay. Just looking up over that gaze. Should feel like a good, nice twist. And when you're ready, on that next exhale, bring this hand on back down to meet your other. You can come right right arm back up to the sky. And that just take you through the Trikonasana. All right. Come on up, so come back up to your warrior two. And because we need to do the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna flip on over. So I just rotated my feet for this one. Okay, so now I've got my warrior two, opposite side. You want to go for the same amount of time, so give yourself a good 10 breaths here. You will find sometimes one side is better or stronger than the other. And all right, go ahead and find your triangle. So if you want to straighten this knee, bring this right arm on down the shin, and that left arm up to the sky. Find your happy placement there. Give that a good couple breaths. And if you're ready and choose to, you can go ahead and drop this left arm down to the ground and bring this right arm up to the sky for a nice twist. Alright, and I'm going to bring that arm back down to the floor, bring myself out of it. I'm going to do a little windmill swoop over here. And come back up to my warrior two. From there, I'm going to come back, I'm going to bring my arms down, bring my feet together. Because from here we're going to find our tree. So step your feet together, do a little pedal, a little wiggle. Just did a shoulder workout, a little upper body. So I'm gonna shake those out a little bit, but you do what you need to. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your ankles. So for your tree, there's a couple different places you can start here. Typically if you're doing this in class, you would probably be going the long way of your mat, but again, I'm trying to face you guys. So from here, if you're just starting in your tree, you can easily just kind of prop your foot, that right foot right against your left ankle area, so you still have those toes on the ground, giving you a good base there, so you're not completely on one leg, you do have both legs to kind of support you. From there, you can just bring your hands to heart center. So this one's pretty simple, but again, you'll find you're grounding here a lot, and if you're checking your belly, making sure it's tucked to your spine, and that your hips are stacked, you've got a good long spine through this one, it's still a good pose. So do not underestimate this basic tree. Now, this is not challenging to you. You feel good about this one. You're standing strong, you're not blowing in the breeze. You can bring this leg up to calf. You can bring it up on inner thigh. Do not, and I will say absolutely try to stay, but don't put it right here beside your knee. So you can bring it up to your inner thigh. Here, that's great. Now again, if you start kind of arching into it, maybe you want to come out a little bit. So again, if you're still straight, you can come here. And if you want to position yourself, let's see if I can do this without falling over. You're going to bring that ankle on up to the top of your thigh, and you can find your tree here. It's always kind of fun for a tree to bring your arms out tall like big, beautiful branches, especially in the summer. You need that shade. You can do a little bit of dancing with your leaves if you feel the breeze. So somewhere kind of this idea, you find your tree. And again, keeping those hips tucked will help you tremendously. Hips tucked and core tight. So, I got a little bit of sway myself. Stay grounded in that left foot. And course, if you want to or choose to, you can also go ahead and do a little bind with your arms back behind your back. So, you find your tree. I will say, if you've ever had ankle injuries, this one will, me personally, it tires out my ankles pretty quickly. So there's a lot of times I may not go into a full tree. I'll kind of go about half. All right. Step on out of that one. Wiggle those ankles out. Roll them out. Just gonna make sure you've got good circulation. Nothing's going to sleep there while you're in there. Standing too tight, legs, knees locked, anything like that will make that a little bit more challenging too. So make sure you're paying attention to your body. Go ahead and do the other side. So from here you can put your left